J Insurance or Origins, and this is where if you're interested in getting a job as an insurance agent, like you're actually working for an agent and not becoming an agent yourself. Okay. So if you are in the market or looking for those types of jobs, one of the things you need to avoid are MLMs, pyramid scheme style kind of agents, where you're technically working under someone, but you don't have a base, you're commission only, you have to purchase something to get into the job. Like there are quite a few of those guys. They mainly specialize in life insurance for some reason, which is giving life insurance a bad rap. But okay, so those types of MLM style, business are just avoid them like the plague. These are the kind of people that are the hustle culture, fired up kind of people that like grind till you die kind of thing. No. You will be very excited to join their cult, because that's what it is. A cult where you pay money to join the cult and you continue to pay money to join the cult, and there's a potential to earn money, but the potential is almost never realized. You're gonna figure that out after you lose all of your friends and family by trying to sell them crap that obviously you don't even know yourself. And then by the end of it, you're going to be jobless. You're going to not have any friends and family. You're going to want to kill yourself. Don't do it. Avoid those kind of jobs, and I'm saying this with air quotes. Avoid those jobs like the plague. Seriously, do not take those jobs. So that's one thing to avoid. The second thing is that, let's say if you're looking at jobs where you're working for a name brand agency, like one of the big threes. All right. And I'm pretty sure you guys do some research because, to avoid litigation issue, things like that. I'm not going to give out names. And the same thing with those MLM style guys. To avoid litigation, not going to give out names. So if you're joining one of the brand name agency, and one of the first things that they do is, hey, can I get a list of your friends and family and contact them and sell them stuff? That means that particular agency has a terrible lead system. This is why they rely on you to get leads for them. Again, if there's any agency that you interview and they tell you, hey, get a list of a bunch of friends and family, write them down, names and numbers, and start calling them, that agency has a absolutely terrible lead system. You're not going to survive there for a long time. It's one of those situations where they get you in, they get your leads, you're going to be left jobless, without friends, without family, because again, you're trying to sell them crap that you don't even know yourself, and then it's just a terrible, terrible train wreck. And this is a train wreck that I seriously hope you're not in right now. So that's number 2. So it goes with those MLM guys, those name brand agency with terrible lead systems. And then the third thing is the thing that you actually want. You want an agency with a good lead generating system. This means you are not doing cold calls. If you don't know what cold call is, hey, here's a list. Call each and every one of them every single day until you get some of them to buy. Cold calling is such a grind fest of terrible work environments, not worth it at all. Again, going back to the hustle grind culture that Instagram people and LinkedIn people for some reason praise, this sort of, I don't want to cuss, but BS work culture, cult. There you go, cult. BS work cult, not worth it. If you have to cold call at an agency, run away from the agency. So that is, again, that's a lead system, not a very good one. But if you have to cold call, run away. Now, the agency that you actually want to stay is the agency with a good lead generating system. What this means is that you have people calling in for you. Exactly. So when people call in, there is a very high chance that they are ready to buy insurance. And what this means is that you have a high sell rate, you have a better job experience, you actually want to stay at that job. So, these agencies with good lead generating systems are very few and far in between, sadly, because most agencies are brought up in the hopes and dreams of having to do cold calling, or somehow, even in 2020, door knocking to sell insurance products. No. You do not want to do that job. Inbound leads are simply some of the best ones. So we are not looking for basically jobs where you call out. You want jobs where they call in. And you're inbound and you answer calls, and then of course we're going to work on sales tactics later on. But again, like, that's what you want. Starting out, you want to find something like that. Those, again, are few and far in between. So you are sadly, you are going to have to do a little bit of grinding and go to as many of those interviews as you can and find out. Because most of the times on Indeed, these kinds of jobs are like, they want to interview you right away. They don't even care who you are. They're just going to interview you with the hopes of you joining them, and then with the hopes of you calling out or you providing them leads. Yeah, that's terrible. So avoid 100% commission jobs. Avoid MLMs. Avoid agencies where you have to either call out, do cold calling, or somehow generate them leads. Terrible. You want a place with a base plus salary and with benefits along the line. And if those of you that don't know what benefits are, it's like medical, dental, life, PTO. That's what you would want, basically. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you do want a stable job, right? Or do you want to work at a place for a month, get fired for not generating leads, because obviously they suck at generating leads themselves, so they expect you to do it, and then having to do that thing over and over and over again? You definitely don't want that. So I would say spend the time, do a little bit of grinding, go to as many interviews as you can, ask serious questions. You need to ask those guys, hey, what is your lead generating system? Do I have to do cold calling? Do I have to do door knocking? Am I the lead generator myself? If the answer to any of those questions is a yes, say, okay, this is not what I'm looking for. You have a great one. Walk out. Walk out immediately. And if you happen to fall into one of those cult MLM ones, obviously ask them questions. Is this 100% commission? If it is, chances are, walk out. Just, if you hear that right away, just walk out. Do not even spend time with them. They are trying to sell you the job. it makes no sense. A job isn't something that should be sold. A job is an offer for a particular set of skills to match the offer in order for everybody to win. If they're trying to sell you a job, don't take it. Do not take it. Especially when they tell you to pay to get in. That is just terrible. If you have to pay to get in whatsoever, do not take that job. Do not take it. I know it sounds like common sense, but when you're desperate in need of a job, don't do those jobs. Okay, so the only real good opportunity are the agencies with good lead generating system that does inbound calls, and it is now up to you to actually have the skills to make the sale and keep the job. That is what you want. So you need to look for those. And I know this is a longer video, but seriously, this will save you so much time, energy, and money in the long run by not accepting jobs that are either BS cults or you are the lead generator yourself. Do not be a lead generator. Do not be a lead generator. If you haven't been a lead generator at all in any jobs, that's great. You don't know what the experience is. But if you are a lead generator, you know how that feels. So don't continue that. Try to break free from that cycle and not become a lead generator. All right. Well, hopefully those terms aren't really hard to understand. But if they are, comment down below, and then I'll be more than happy to simplify things and make it easier for you. And hopefully, if this is something that you do want to pursue, then that's great. If you liked the video, hit subscribe, hit the thumbs up, hit the bell, and you have a great one.